What's going on, guys? This is more of Maniac, and if you enjoy the content of my videos, make sure to hit the like button, and if you're watching on YouTube, to also hit the subscribe button so you can help decide which direction the content of the channel goes in the foreseeable future. Welcome back, guys. So today I personally feel like it's going to be a special video. In today's issues, Fantastic Four 5 and 6 will bring the introduction of a particular villain that I'm sure everyone has heard of. But before we get to him, we'll start off in the Baxter building where our dear friend Johnny is reading an issue of the Incredible Hulk and starts comparing Ben to the Green Goliath. As short-tempered Ben is, he grabs the comic, but Johnny sets it on fire and takes off. Reed and Sue stop them before they come to blows and bring the building down. In the midst of all this commotion, the lights go out, despite their emergency generator. Now I know what you're thinking. Who's stupid enough to attack the Fantastic Four on their home front? Well, he's Fantastic Four, biggest nemesis, king of his own country, and hell-bent on world domination. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the one and only Victor Von Doom, also known as Dr. Doom. In a helicopter, he drops a net over the building. When Doom calls out to them, Reed recognizes the voice of an old college classmate. After an experiment at the university during which Doom tried to communicate with the dead to save his mother, but instead caused an explosion, he was expelled. Doom demands Sue as a hostage, and she agrees, going to the roof. Doom takes the invisible girl aboard his ship, binding and gagging her. He then demands the rest of the Fantastic Four to enter his ship and pledge not to attack him. The Thing agrees to this by sending off a flare. Doom lowers a cage over Reed, Ben, and Johnny and takes them to his castle. Once there, he tells them that he has invented a time machine and that they must retrieve Blackbeard's treasure chest from the past. With Sue as Doom's hostage, they have no choice but to go along with it. Doom presses a button, activating the time platform they were unwittingly standing on. They appeared on a port and in dire need of clothes to blend in. They come across two brigands arguing over a stolen bundle of clothes. Ben scares them off. With the clothes, they disguise themselves, including a heavy, spoiler alert, Blackbeard for Ben. Looking for someone in Blackbeard's crew, they go to a tavern. Two pirates tell the barmaid to serve the strangers drugged broth. Reed, Ben, and Johnny wake up in the hold of a pirate ship. Ben bursts through the deck and subdues the entire crew with the help of Johnny and Reed. When another ship appears, Ben takes command and orders his crew to attack. Johnny flames on, harasses the other ship, and raises a cloud of steam. Reed stretches to the other ship like a gangplank over which their crew passes. A quick fight ensues while Reed and Johnny haul a treasure chest out of the hold. The crew hails Ben as Blackbeard. Reed empties the chest, reminding Johnny that they only promised him to bring back Blackbeard's chest, not the treasure itself. He replaces the treasure with chains. On deck, they realize that Ben is the Blackbeard of legend. He refuses to return with them, ordering the crew to dose Johnny, wrap Reed in a sail, and set them adrift in a lifeboat. Before they can launch the boat, though, a huge water spout strikes the ship and destroys it. Reed and Johnny makes it to shore where they find Ben and the chest. The time platform appears above them and returns them to the present. Doom says that the treasure includes gems enchanted by Merlin and they will make him invincible. He opens the chest and discovers that he's been cheated, which gives Ben the opportunity to attack. A single punch shatters the armor, and as we all know Doom, he always sends his robot duplicates first before he makes a big entrance. The real Doom in another part of the castle activates a screen and tells them he will draw the air from their chamber. Sue, still his hostage, sees her chance. Turning invisible, she short-circuits his control panel, which explodes. Doom is caught in the blast. She turns to the chamber and opens the door. Rather than confront Doom, who Reed assumes has traps everywhere, they decide to escape. Reed stretches through a window across the moat. Ben pushes a section of wall open while Reed pulls, and Johnny uses atomic heat to make a path across the crocodile-infested moat. Johnny then sets to fire the castle, and Doom escapes with his rocket-powered flying harness. Before he can catch Doom, Johnny's flames runs out, and our dear friend Victor gets away. After scouting for Dr. Doom, Johnny returns to the Baxter Building headquarters to report his lack of success in finding Doom. He arrives just as his teammates are reading fan mail when Reed gets a letter from a fan who's presently staying at a nearby hospital. Reed stretches out his body to pay the boy a personal visit. Meanwhile, Ben gets a mocking letter from the Yancey Street Gang challenging him to a fight. That's right, folks, some common thugs with no special abilities are challenging a man that can roll up a titanium steel tile like it's a piece of paper. Ben, however, laments over not being able to face a worthy foe like Dr. Doom or the Submariner. Little does he know that those two are about to make a grand entrance. Dr. Doom seeking out the Submariner, and he tracks him down in his Aero Sub. After a brief confrontation, Doom manages to convince him that they should work together to destroy the Fantastic Four and take over the world. Intrigued, Namor invites Doom back to Atlantis, where Doom notes his infatuation with Sue Storm. Doom, however, stirs Namor's anger by reminding him how his kingdom was annihilated by atomic weapons tests. All riled up, Namor agrees to destroy the Fantastic Four, but he refuses to lay a finger on Sue Storm. Doom agrees to let Sue live, and then shows off his latest invention, which he wishes to use against the Fantastic Four, a magnetically powered grabber device that can pull any object no matter how heavy. Namor then goes to the surface world to confront the Fantastic Four as part of their plan. Meanwhile, at the Baxter building, Johnny finds a picture of Namor hidden behind a bookshelf and confronts his sister Sue about it. When she tells Johnny that he has no right to go snooping on her property, Johnny alerts the other about Sue's little secret before burning the picture. When Reed asks for an explanation from Sue, she is at a loss for words to explain her infatuation with Namor, and that's when he makes his presence known to them. While the male members of the team try to attack Namor, Sue comes to his aid. The others find that Namor is prepared for their attacks, and Reed suddenly realizes that Namor must have planted some kind of a trap. Reed and Johnny go to search for it. When they fail to find it, Namor gloats, and suddenly the Baxter building is pulled out of its foundation and is drawn into space. The Fantastic Four and Namor quickly put on breathing helmets. When Johnny fails to escape in the vacuum of space, Reed tries to grab Doom's ship that is pulling them closer to the sun. But Doom has prepared a defensive rocket that burns Reed's hands. After realizing that he's been betrayed and the void of space being close to that of Earth's ocean, Namor agrees to stop him. He then exits the Baxter building and swims towards Doom's ship. Well, not necessarily swim, but more like jump from a tank of water to Doom's ship. There, he breaks through the hull into the ship but finds a locked and electrified door blocking his way into the control room. Namor then uses his ability to mimic the electricity, generating abilities of electric eels to begin shocking Doom through the door, forcing him to retreat. Namor breaks in and hurls Dr. Doom into space. In the void of space, Doom is suddenly struck by a passing meteor and he's carried away. Namor then controls his ship and reverses its course, returning the Baxter building to its original foundation. The Fantastic Four then finds Doom grabber device stashed away in the basement, but they cannot remove it. Suddenly it flies away to rendezvous with Namor over the ocean. The Submariner then crashes the ship and the grabber device into the water below, so they cannot be used again, and returns to the ocean himself. Now, being a superhero family, vacation is never an option. Kurgo, the ruler of Planet X, is seeking to find a way to save his world from a runaway asteroid that is poised to strike the planet, causing an extinction-level event. Monitoring the Fantastic Four on Earth, Kurgo believes that only they can help save his doomed world. The people of Planet X had previously found no reason to explore space, and as such only have two working spaceships, which Kurgo takes one of them to bring him and his robot to Earth. On Earth, the Fantastic Four have been invited to attend a government dinner in Washington, D.C. Although most of the team worries that their powers will cause them to be regarded as freaks or cause embarrassment to themselves. However, they all decide to go when Reed does not accept any of their excuses to bow out. Reed points out to them that he's less than thrilled to go either, since he is in the middle of developing a new rocket fuel, but insists that they must attend their social gathering. As they fly to Washington in the Fantastic Car, Kurgo's ship lands and his robots uses the atomic scanner to locate the Fantastic Four. As the heroes attend the dinner and are awarded a trophy for their work, Kurgo activates a hostility ray that makes the people of Washington hostile, making all the guests at the dinner attack the Fantastic Four. Not wanting to hurt the civilians, the four flee the dinner, using the powers to get past the armed guards who try to bar their path. They board the Fantastic Four and fly back to New York when they notice that they are being followed by Kurgo's ship and try to flee it, but it follows them the whole way back to their headquarters. There, Kurgo's robot reveals itself to them and shows how the entire population of Earth now hates the Fantastic Four, and that they have swarmed the Baxter building to try and get at the supergroup. With no other choice, Reed and the other agrees to board Kurgo's ship and return with them to Planet X. When they arrive on the planet, they learn that Kurgo has summoned them to use Reed Richards' intelligence to find a way to save his people. Johnny and Ben try to fight against Kurgo's robot, but Sue makes them stand down and Reed agrees to help. Learning that they have only 2 working spaceships and no time to build more and no means of destroying the asteroid, Reed devises a shrinking gas that he uses to shrink the entire population of the planet so that they can fit in one rocket, giving the only supposed canister of growing gas to Kurgo. As the Fantastic Four blast off back to Earth in one ship, the people of Planet X pile into another. Kurgo has decided to withhold the growing gas so that he could rule over his diminutive subjects for the rest of his life. However, as the planet begins to crumble, Kurgo trips and falls and witnesses in horror as the ship containing his people blasts off without him. The Fantastic Four, meanwhile, rocket back home to Earth, where Reed reveals to them that he deceived Kurgo as he did not create an enlarging gas, telling his teammates that in the vast universe, size is relative and that the people of Planet X will find a suitable home regardless of their actual size.